And today is number 79 of 365 Days of Awesome. Celebrate success through service. And I have one of the original people that when I came up with this concept, or it was developed, I had in mind. I had met her not long ago, and her name is Michelle Noel. Isn't that a cool name? That's a cool name. Let me tell you about Michelle. Michelle lives in the Phoenix area and is very involved in our community, in which she is a realtor. I'm going to let her tell about that side of her life, but I also want to highlight the fact that this woman gives in multiple different ways. And I want to be able to go through the different ways with her and find out about some of these stories. So welcome, Michelle.
Well, hello. Thank you for having me.
And oh, by the way, I already told her, but I think her hair is really cool. She's got the coolest hair. I love it. Cool haircut. She's just cool all the way around. Okay, this woman is involved in her real estate business. She has found ways to do cause marketing. Can you tell us about that, Michelle, what you're doing?
So with my cause marketing, are we with regards to working together and we make a difference?
Yeah.
The whole concept. So a couple of years ago, I was just very passionate about recognizing the heroes in our community, like our teachers, our nurses, our doctors, our first responders, firefighters, police officers, and our military. I'm very super passionate about that. So is my daughter, who's on my real estate team as well. So we just had this real passion about being a service to them. And I had identified, a couple of my clients who are those heroes I feel in our local community. And one of which, she was a teacher, and she was actually from Kenya, and her passion for her cause. So what I did is I take 10% of my net earnings, and we will donate it to a charitable cause of our heroes request on their behalf. So she is from Kenya, so she had chosen RUDA, which stands for Rural Urban Development. And so we had sent over $750 to that organization.
That is just, I'm going to bring that up here. How did that feel to do that for both of you?
One, it was super amazing. And second was the pastor that was the recipient of that to use it for his cause over there with, furbishing the school that they're building and doing the things that they were doing for the kids. Just was amazing. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible to be able to do that. I had another teacher that I also contributed to him and just to honor him as far as being a teacher, and was able to do something for him as well. So that was super exciting for him and his family to be able to make a contribution on their behalf as well. So it's just fun stuff. Yeah.
I know I went right off the bat with this because I wanted to really start in on your real estate awareness, not only just that you're a realtor, but you go much further into it. You really know your community. And that's the thing why I was so impressed by you. And it really left an impression on my heart because of the fact that when you get in there, you see what is working and what isn't working. You're in a tough marketplace, aren't you?
We are. I'm going to say that one is, to me, it doesn't matter if it's a $80,000 transaction or, $1 million transaction. Everyone has their needs as for themselves and for their family. And it doesn't matter if they're a renter or they're a home buyer. And I have a saying, I don't care if it's going to take you 3 weeks to buy a home or 3 years. If you're committed to wanting to buy a home, I am just as equally committed to you as you are to the process. And I've got some great lender partners that has helped me with that. I've got Bell Mortgage, I've got Fairway Mortgage that's done that with me for some of my clients. So super passionate about that piece of it. But the other thing that is really concerning to me as a real estate agent and just as a person is, having, the market has really spiked to such a level that even the rental market has been impacted. So you have families that, their rents may have been $800 or $700 for something, and now it's spiked up to $1,000, $1,200. And the average person to go into foreclosure is just short by $400 a month. Typically, that's what it takes for them to go to bankruptcy. So you got that situation, and then of course the housing, anything that was really at 300,000 or less, just kind of just gets sucked up into the market because there's such a demand for that price point. And we do have a higher inventory of anything that's in the 400,000 plus market. That days on market is much higher for that. But really the impact that I feel like is going on is that lower price point for folks, that affordability they might feel like is out of reach. Even just for a rental. I mean, it's really, really discouraging, especially when, you have your own clients who are renters, they're renting and then their home got sold because the landlord sold it. And then that person wants to move into that property. And now where do they go? Because the rental market had gone up so much.
The $400, you were telling me, and I remember this story from before, and you were reminding me more about it, is that not only is there an issue with the lack sometimes of just that, and I don't want to say just, because $400 is $400. I get it, guys. I've been there. $400 can make a big, huge difference. And so a lot of people are going to trying to find ways to be able to apply that money that they may be putting somewhere else towards their roof, and they're trying to learn skills to be able to still, a family needs to do things like eat. And you have gotten involved in that, haven't you? You've gotten involved pretty heavily.
Yeah, so my passion for families, I really do, and I love House of Refuge over in Mesa. They are super amazing. They have 80 housing pieces out there that house 80 different families. So each family that comes in, they're from off the street. They don't have homes, so they are coming in, and it's basically a 2-year process. So I'm part of a women's group, and we had wanted to do something with cause within our community, and I happened to be head of that philanthropy committee that year, and we chose House of Refuge. We adopted them, and in doing that, we created toiletry bags, and we handmade them, and then we were going to fill them up. And I love my sisters of my women's chapter, but they were thinking, oh, we're going to we have all these hotel toiletry items. I'm like, yeah, we can do much better than that. So we actually, because of my experience in couponing, we were able to fill those bags up. I should have sent you that picture. I could share that with you later, but oh my gosh, that's absolutely amazing. We were able to deliver toiletry bags that were filled for not necessarily for the kids, but really the mom or dad or whatever. So that way they had, this beautiful handmade bag, and then filled with shampoos and toiletry items, toothbrushes, toothpaste, all of that. So when they get there, that they had something of theirs. And it was just really successful. And I know it's still going on. I'm over in the west part of the valley now, and that group's over in the East Valley. So I know that they carry forward with some of those efforts. And then we actually, no lie, 80 jars of ragu that we delivered at the House of Refuge.
Yeah.
And that was all by couponing efforts. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. So yeah, it was the cost of getting, the papers and the effort and the labor, but a labor of love. And we were able to donate those 80 ragu jars and pasta and all of that. And it was just incredible because it was a very minimal, because the ragu was free from the couponing.
Right. Right.
And so, yeah. And so then another cause that out of that, I end up going in and teaching couponing classes to those families in the House of Refuge. Super sweet. And we even did a field trip. We even went to the Fry's, and I showed it in action because we were doing classroom, and then we had groups of our women's group that was donating newspaper inserts. So each family could have 3 inserts from each week, so they could start stockpiling their couponing inserts and doing that. And that was, we were doing that. It was really a great experience to do that.
So it goes back to that whole adage of you can feed someone, or you can teach them to fish. Like, you can feed them the fish, or you can teach them to fish. And you actually were helping in both categories. You're helping them through the immediate need, because there was immediate needs. And then you had these follow-up programs. And it might not be the same people, but through these programs, there was the immediate and then the follow-up and education. And I think that is just wonderful and amazing. Okay, there's some tent pictures here. I want to go over this story. Do you want to tell it, and I'll bring up some pictures.
My little Santiago family. Oh my gosh. So this kind of goes back to that whole issue with the rents going up and again, the 3 week to 3 years situation of home ownership, all that good stuff. And maybe we should show the picture of them standing in front of the house, showing that they actually bought a house and didn't just get a tent.
I don't know that I have that one loaded.
Oh, I thought I had the sold sign, but
yeah,
anyway,
I have it from them inside. Yes.
Yeah, so we closed on their house. So this was just to take you through a quick progression. So 3 weeks to 3 years, right?
Right.
It doesn't matter. So I have my clients in my, systems, and I reach out to them periodically, check in. And she was always saying, no, I'm not ready, not ready, I'm not ready. And it was in September that she reached out to me and she goes, oh my gosh, how fast can I get into a house? And now it's through a text. So instead of calling her, texting her, I called her back and I said, what's going on? Because obviously there was urgency. And she goes, I can't believe it. We're in a 2-bedroom apartment and we've been here and now I've got my 3 kids. They're all teenagers, by the way, you can see from the pictures, but we're in this 2-bedroom apartment and I just need to get us into a house. So I was able to get her in line with one of my lender partners and Bell Mortgage, by the way, for that transaction. And we were able to get her pre-approved. Happened to be that weekend, that Sunday. He was amazing to be able to do that for me, and Glenn Riley. So we got that done. And I had her in my car. And while we were driving, she's over there giggling. And I'm like, what's going on? She's like, oh, Michael. She's like, he's telling me not to worry about finding the perfect house with a pool. They just need a perfect house with the perfect backyard so they can go camping.
Okay, got it. Oh, that's great.
So all they've known is renting, and so they never had their own backyard. So I get emotional still thinking about that situation. So when we closed on it at the end of October, actually it was Halloween Day last year, my daughter, Heather Hockney, who's also a realtor on my team, we actually got the team, I got the tent. We picked up the tent. I got airbags because two of her kids are autistic. So I didn't want to do sleeping bags. I knew sensory overload, let them have their own blankets. So I got them the air beds. And so each one, including mom, they got the air beds to fill in the tent, and then got some little LED little lights, for the tent. And then we got, Bell Mortgage was so gracious to donate. They got blankets for them. We did like a s'mores little cookout grill. They even did a coupon or a gift card for pizza delivery, so they got pizza in the backyard. And then First American Title also contributed. They gave the family a gift card as well, just because we were passionate about it's not about getting a family into a home. It was about, we knew we were making memories.
Right.
That's part of home ownership, right?
Right. It is. It truly is. And that's actually, I want to hear, I'm going to take down a couple of the pictures, and I just want to acknowledge some people that are here watching us. And we've got, I'm going to bring down our pictures, and so we're not hiding ourselves through this. Sharon, who is one of our Chemo Buddies ambassadors, and she usually always tries to catch this segment. Hi, Sharon, and she actually added on. Let's see here. Let me find the comment. I just saw it a minute. Oh, here we go. This is from Saeed. He's actually another ambassador. Saeed has just joined the Buddy movement as an ambassador, and he's our first international ambassador, because at some point in time we're going to have international buddies, and he wants to start laying the groundwork. He's so excited about this. So, thank you, Saeed, for being a service hero from Pakistan. And I'm glad that you find her inspirational. I do too. I know that there's others watching right now. And while we're doing this, I really wanted to also shout out to Lena Roxburgh. She said something yesterday, and I hope I said your name right. But you said something yesterday or from yesterday's show that really made me, it really, I can't even tell you how much you served me in that. And that is that you are changing your attitude and you're finding opportunities to serve. And in doing so, you're finding much more joy in your life. Thank you for sharing that. I loved hearing it. And if there's others that want to share these things, please do. It's what it's all about. So back to you, my friend, Michelle. I want to go back. I want to do a full circle here because we started in where I kind of wanted to possibly end. And that is that your business, you have a very successful real estate business. And you can see why, guys, can't you? Because she takes it serious. She doesn't see it just for this. It's not about the sell. It's about the family and the family home. And I love that attitude. If all quote unquote salespeople were that way, sales would not have the reputation that sometimes it can have. You are what is epitome of the very best. You're welcome. And the fact that you have this program, this first Community Hero Clients program, and you started it out and you adopted it because it was for first responders, for teachers, people making a difference. And I wanted you to go a little bit more into that. I know we touched on it, but there's a little bit more involved. And what really got to me, and I could see myself because I have disclosed that I am from a fire family. And so I was thinking, oh, well, if you were my realtor and you were telling me about this, I would want to make sure I truly understand it, because you were saying that not that many people are taking advantage of it, right?
Correct, right. So I do want to offer this, so I'm going to broaden out the scope, because I was offering it really, truly just to my service heroes in the community, but I think a bigger picture here can be played, and to me, it follows my slogan, which is working together, we can make a difference. So working together, I'm, my team and I, AZ Valley Wide Elite team, and I'm with HomeSmart, by the way, but our team basically representing you in your transaction, whether it's sell or buy, it doesn't matter. But we're going to take whatever our net proceeds are. We can't do it off the gross because but our net proceeds that we're getting on our commission, and taking that 10% approach and applying it to our clients, their cause that's dear to them, their nonprofit cause that's dear to them. And that's what I would like to be able to offer to all of our listeners.
I love that. That is right there, the epitome of service. You're helping the person, the family, the situation to secure their property, to have what it is that they're buying taken care of in a very fair, reputable, and honest way. And so you're serving them with your professionalism. And then on top of it, you're allowing them to serve someone else. So it's a win-win-win every which way you look at it. I love this program, Michelle.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. Yeah, thank you. And I have some amazing colleagues that I've met, because I'm part of a big ecosystem, and, could share even where some other realtors, top-notch realtors, are doing that all across the U.S., that I have access to, that do the same thing.
You know what? I want to say thank you to you. I want to say thank you to all of them, because, anywhere we can make a difference, anywhere we can share and serve, you never know where that next domino, it's like that one commercial. I don't even remember what ad cancel it is, but I actually love it. Every single time I see it, I'm like, hooray for the guy. I already know the ending, but I'm already, hooray. The young guy, and he gets the door, and he turns around, he gets the door, and I keep thinking all the time, that's the way it should be. That's the way I was raised. That's the way I raised my children. Thank goodness that took. And
right.
And now I see them with their children. So that's the next generation. Well, now with having those acts of kindness, you never know where that's going to go. And the fact that you're doing this through a business and you're out there in the community, just think about not only your clients, but the other businesses in your community and thinking about how they can also serve. I know a lot of people understand cause marketing, and it is an excellent business choice and model. Again, nothing wrong with serving, and being successful doing it. I'm totally for that. But to do it with the servant way. And I just commend you for being so active in your community there in Phoenix. And you serve both Phoenix and Scottsdale, right?
Actually, my website is azvalleywide.com. Okay. I've lived here in the Valley since 95, so I serve the whole entire Valley. Yes. So there anywhere from Buckeye, Surprise, Sun City, Queen Creek, Santan Valley. Yeah, we're Scottsdale, Fountain Hills, all of it. So been here in the Valley, so I know the Valley and I've lived all across the Valley, so I'm very familiar with the Valley. Yes.
Excellent. And I really do want to get you, I'm going to be getting ramped up the charitable gift of real estate piece too, because that is another way through real estate that you can give. And we had talked about possibly somehow working on that. So I'd like to revisit very powerful. If you don't know about the charitable gift of real estate, guys, you want to. She is top notch. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of realtors, and I want to know more. And I am building a real estate network for on my nonprofit's page, which is Chemo Buddies for Life. It's a real estate page. So join, Michelle. I'm just getting it going. So you join in there. And what I am telling everybody is, if you guys make a deal, great. And if another charity is the choice that the people may want, if they go that route, great. Just remember where you met.
Absolutely.
A donation of a founder's fee to the nonprofit is always good. All right, another commercial. That's not what this is about. But you ooze just opportunity in such a really wonderful energy. And I want to also just highlight what I'm seeing here. Saeed also said, support, working together, it makes a society better. And he's been talking a lot about his home society. He's actually lives in Pakistan, and they're not as lucky as we are. So many areas of the world are not, and yet he's reaching out here, and he's helping to make a difference within the Chemo Buddies world, because he has an aunt that is affected by cancer. So he would be considered one of the support buddies. And he supports the other support buddies here in the community. And I love that. Thank you, Saeed. And then David Jones, he's one of our friends. He's actually going to be highlighted here in a couple of days. He's amazing. Wait until Sunday, guys. You want to tune in and learn about David. Oh my goodness. You talk about someone that is seriously a rocket scientist that is doing amazing stuff. Not quite a rocket scientist, but he does have patents. Wink, wink. There's a story there. You'll learn more. So, but thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Michelle, do you have anything? Now, you've done so much for so many, and in different categories all over the place. If you were to so you've definitely done your deal with the give. So if you were to ask anything, what would that be?
I think just honestly, the benefit.
Uh-oh, where did she go? Here, she's, wait a minute, guys. It's such an exciting, here we go, take two on the the ask.
The ask. No, I would just say reach out to me. If you would love us to represent you. I've got lending industry background since the late 80s. I still keep my mortgage license active. I've been a realtor since 2004. I just ask that if you are looking to do something, whether buy or sell, or, anyone, really anywhere across the nation, I can connect you with some very top agents. And if you need that personal touch and you want that representation here in the Valley, please reach out to me directly. And you have my contact information. It's on azvalleywide.com. But that would be it,
I can verify that, this woman is top notch, and she's the real deal, guys. Sharon, thank you for saying thank you. That's so sweet. I'm going to show your name one more time so people can write it down. And why don't you, again, we'll attach your website, but why don't you go ahead and give your contact one more time?
So it's Michelle. My last name is Noel, Noel, and you can find me on Facebook and certainly can message me through that. Realtor is Michelle Noel Realtor. And then also my website, which is www.az for Arizona and then Valley, VALLEYWIDE.com. And you can feel free to reach out to me that way. And my personal cell phone number, so here it goes, and see how that works out. But it's 480-238-9043. Again, it's 480-238-9043.
Well, there you have it, guys. I can actually say she's a dynamo, and with the giving heart that she has, and the way, let me end on this. She didn't highlight it enough, I don't believe. She said it, but I want to underscore it and highlight it right now, and that is, she truly means, if you want to buy a house, and you're thinking, how in the heck am I going to do it? How? I'm not making enough money, this and this and that. There's enough knots that anybody can talk themselves out of anything. What she is saying, if you get rid of that word and you say, I want to buy a house.
Yeah.
How do I do this? And you yourself have no clue. You just don't know, but you believe that that's your desire. Look her up. Mm-hmm. Because she's serious. She has helped people, and she was explaining to me deeper. She's helped people that it's taken years, but there was a plan of action, and they worked their plan, and they followed up with her, and guess what? It happened. And it's been multiple times. And I just think that, in fact, it was really interesting. We had already scheduled this, but my son, who is in his early 20s, came to me with a buddy yesterday, and this was the subject of their discussion was, you know what, we're thinking about buying a house, and we want to go in on it together, and how do we do it, and I'm thinking, good question, and I knew I was going to be on here with you, so he may be one of the first ones messaging you and just saying, is there a way to do it, and what would the plan be? So
absolutely,
there you go. Nice. All right. Well, if I'm going to refer my son over to ask these questions, then you guys know, hey, she's top. All right. Thank you very much, Michelle, for being the service hero that you are. Thank you very much for being.
Well, I need to acknowledge you. I want to acknowledge you. I need to say that you are an amazing woman. You're very vibrant. And I love your energy, and I think your heart is of gold. I mean, you're so service oriented in itself, and it's broad. It's a very broad perspective, and I love that about you. So I just want to acknowledge you as well.
Thank you. It's interesting being in the other chair. It really is.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I do, and I really do. I think thank you. Okay, I'm going to bring this up because it's like, okay, give me a moment.
Right.
Thank you, Sharon. You saved the moment. All right. Well, I am going to close now. I want to say year 79. That is a blast from the past. That's funny. Day number 79 of 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. Michelle Noel, thank you for being the woman that you are, the service hero that gives and continues to give more, always looking for an opportunity to make your community better and those within it. I appreciate you beyond belief. I truly do, and I hope you're able to make it out to LA. I know you're going to check your date. I am telling everybody that we will be gathering, and I want to make this a gathering. I'm starting to hear from many of the service heroes that are switching even some plans to make it out, and really cool. and it is September the 21st and 22nd. Also, I haven't done my first press release yet. If anybody wants to help me, try and messenger me, please. And if you want to help either advertise this, that we're going to be highlighting the service heroes, or you would like to come and film, love to talk to you, because you know what? This is a movement. I'm taking on movements. I've got 2 of them now. But they go hand in hand. They really do. They do, hand in glove. So, but I really want there to be more Lenas. I want more Lenas out there that were ready to just give up and say now, or not give up maybe, but just not looking at life the same way that they are now, and now finding opportunities to serve and opportunities to have joy. That's what this is all about. That's right there is what it's all about. So thank you. Mm-hmm. All right. And go out there and make it a great day. What is today? It's Friday, isn't it? Is it Friday? It's Friday. TGIF, guys. Yeah, I've been busy. It's Friday. So go out and have a great time. But remember, when you're out and having fun, look for that opportunity. Do something cool. Open the door, smile at someone that might be looking like they're having a grumpy time. Just look for an opportunity to serve. It doesn't have to be huge to really make a difference. Remember that. Doesn't have to be huge to make a difference in someone's day. All right. See you later, Michelle. Thank you for everything, and see all of you tomorrow. Bye.